morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, 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 good morning. Alright. I tried mixing around the audio levels. I'm going to be fighting with the music a little bit more because I want the music to be a little bit more audible. Just a little lowered volume there. Just a little bit of a coward. Whew. Should grab my cooling pack. I guess I don't want to be cold, but I should have grabbed my ice pack for my old tendons while I'm doing this. I'm not going to do anything with my arms. Good morning, Juno. Thanks for coming. Short notice. I knew very well I was going to do this, but I completely forgot to tell anybody that I was going to do this, so we'll see how staffed we are. We may not have a very large staff today. It seems like the best place to look at the chat is the analytics room, where it also tells me my viewers and this chat rate and the average watch time, which makes me overly aware of those things, with no real stakes to them, which is interesting. I'm always very aware of my analytics just because of how YouTube is, but my analytics are always like, you had 3 viewers, and I'm like, damn, but I wish I could have had 4. And it's like, well, you're not getting random viewers, so that specifically would have to be one of your friends, and they probably would only know if you told them, so it's a very funny thing to fuss over. I'm happy to say I'm not as tired as I usually am. I went to bed at probably 1 a.m., which is pretty normal now, which really wasn't normal in 2020 at all. But 1 a.m. with a 9 a.m. alarm is pretty much what I did every day this week. But every day this week I woke up really frustrated because I always had class at 11, and oh my god, have I not wanted to go to class. I have not been able to get myself to go to class in a month, but I do it anyhow. And I don't think that's very healthy. I've spoken to so many people at so many parts of the machine of society, and everybody agrees that it is impossible to function right now. It has been so hard to function. I'm so tired of functioning. I'm really close to not having to function though. My classes end in a week and 2 days, which is really shocking and really, really good. I think that's where my energy is coming from. I'm starting to feel motivated by not having to do this any longer. Today we are joined by both of these ghost creatures. One is Medjed from Egyptian mythology, but this is the specific incarnation from the anime about Egyptian gods that I watched, which Noreen pointed out last week. Let Medjed here become a bit of a meme, so we brought him in as the guest. But I also have No Face from Spirited Away, because after this I'm going to class where we are watching Spirited Away to learn Japanese, which may make you wonder, why are you so burned out if you spend some of your class times watching movies? But hey, I have class 5 days a week. There's a lot of classes where we do not get to just watch movies. In fact, it is very seldom that we do. But yeah, we've been watching Spirited Away, which hasn't really been my favorite Miyazaki movie. There's a lot of moments of like, ew, that's so gross. It's animated so well and it's so gross. Can you believe all those pigs? That big gunky creature full of gunk. Oh, it's so gross. Look at her big warty nose. It's not really been my favorite compared to like we watched Ponyo last week, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. There was nothing unsettling about Ponyo. Oh, an extension would be nice. Yeah, fuck. Everyone needs help. This is the worst semester. Yeah! Oh my god, I remember us watching that in the movie theater. That was very special. I remember we left afterwards and we went to Coldstone, and a whole bunch of people also walked straight out of the movie theater and went straight to Coldstone. And just like the atmosphere in that Coldstone Creamery was immaculate. Like, everyone was just so peaceful. Everyone felt so friendly. It was like some young people like us and like a woman and her daughter. It was so relaxed. I feel like the workers there were also like, man, I am just gonna take it easy and scoop some ice cream for these nice people who just watched a movie about witches. Good morning, Natalie. We're talking about Kiki's Delivery Service. Do you have Kiki's Delivery Service memories? We saw it in a movie theater during like a year of Ghibli. In fact, it may have been an anniversary of Kiki's, unless it was Totoro. I think it was one of the big hitters that had some kind of major anniversary. It was 2000, probably 19. It was probably 19. It was probably the summer of 2019 when I was playing Breath of the Wild. And I was recovering from my surgery. Kiki's chill Coldstone vibes. It's a good combination, Studio Ghibli music and Coldstone Creamery. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was reading about the localization of Kiki's Delivery Service, so I don't think it would have been a Kiki's anniversary, because I think that was released in like probably Japan in like 96 or 97, and then everywhere else that speaks English, or maybe just North America, in like 1998. So I don't think that would have been the 20th anniversary. It's really sweet. Have you seen other Miyazaki like Ghibli movies? I've seen a handful. I like them. I was just talking about we're watching Spirited Away in class, and like either because I've watched it in 4 broken up segments, very, very, very tired and burned out, or just because of the source material. It's not been my favorite Ghibli movie. Like, the characters are kind of nice. I like the main character and Haku and stuff, but a lot of the movie is like, I don't know, everyone's very mean to the main character, and there's a lot of gross out stuff. Not super gross out, but like, it's just, you know, like gunky vomit monsters and big warty noses and pigsties. It feels like they have this animation power, and they're like, the first thing we're gonna do is make a bunch of slop. Did I say the wrong movie name? I might have said the wrong movie name. It's Spirited Away that I'm watching in class. It's not Kiki's. Kiki's I watched with Juno, and that's beautiful. Oh. We'll have to slide some big name Miyazaki movies your way. I don't think I've ever seen any form of that. I read Nazca, like I forget what the title of that is, where they're fighting the bug army. I read the manga of that for a manga and anime class. That was neat. Oh, I gotta register to graduate. Why do we have that? Like, why do I have to register to I've done so much for you already. Stop sending me emails. Your emails suck. Yeah, I liked the one where she's fighting the bug army. I haven't seen the movie version of it. I think that would have been, I think that the animated movie would have been called like Nazca of the Wind or something like that. but I haven't seen Howl's Moving Castle, like, notably. We watched Ponyo last week, and that was a movie that I saw in theaters with my family back in like 2009, the English dub, the English localized version. And oh my god, I watched Princess Mononoke for a class. That's how I know it. Yeah, I liked that. That was very cool. I like that story. That was very fun to watch. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I watched Ponyo when it was in theaters in like 2009, I think. And my dad hated it. Possibly because the father was absent and we mostly spent time with a mother character who was very mad at him as far as human adults go, and human adults go. And my dad was in divorce file time with my mom, so he may not have liked that. But I honestly think it may have been just like something about, like, I don't know, the rowdiness of the voice acting. I don't know. I love Ponyo. We watched it a lot when I was a kid, and then I watched it again now, and I watched the English voice acted localized version. It's really great. It's really great. I like, it feels like everybody had a lot of fun being a part of it, and they did a really good job, like, just letting Japanese honorifics hang out. Like, if they need an extra mouth flap, like, don't make up a word, just call them, with an honorific. Just keep it there. There were a lot of times they're like, you know what, kids can handle sensei and san. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that, and they pronounced a lot of Japanese names really naturally, which was cool, and didn't change anybody's name, I don't think, to like a non-Japanese one. So I thought that it was very cool as far as localization scripts go and voice acting. Also, it was about fish, and all of that was good. There was a lot of water and glowing and ocean explosions. My friends and I had a band when I was in like 7th and 8th grade, and we tried to make a Ponyo song. Our band still exists on the internet, but I won't let you find it, because I sang death metal vocals in like a band of 12-year-olds where no one knew anything about music, and it was very funny, but it wasn't very musical. I remember my friend was writing, quote, lyrics to a song about Ponyo because we thought Ponyo was funny. And that's where my brain goes when I think about Ponyo. Experiencing something at 11 leaves you with a lot of funny emotional memory. A lot of weird emotional tangents and threads are left over when you're 11 and you experience something. How are you two doing? We're approaching the news segment. What's new in your lives? Or what's new in the world? The only news I know is that NASA chose Elon Musk's company for the next return of people to the moon over like other notable comparable companies, and there's not much precedent for NASA to choose just one private sector partner. So Elon Musk just got given like the good seat with getting people to the moon, and I don't like that. I think he's gonna become a supervillain. I really don't like that guy. But outside of that, I don't know much news. I'm just thinking about the moon and my tendons. My tendons have been good. I've been stretching them. Should probably go and get my ice pack too. Love that shit. Yeah, I have nothing but contempt for that man. Like, I don't even know how many people are going to be surprised if he turns out to be some kind of super villain in our lives. I just feel like he is going to be like, I don't know, like a Legend of Korra villain. No interest. Oh, what did you end up buying? What did you end up buying for a phone? You were doing good research. I hope you picked one with a good performance. I like the RAM on my Pixel. It seems like more than enough RAM. It might be 8 gigs, but that might be too much. I don't know. I'm just pretty sure my old iOS iPhone only had 2 gigs of processing memory. Oh! Oh! That's a relative of my phone. That's basically what I got. The 5G was, I remember that. We're gonna have the same phone. I love this phone. What was your last phone? I forget. I'm sure you mentioned, but I forget. Yeah, that makes enough sense. I'm sure you're gonna be fine. I haven't pushed my Pixel to the limits or anything, but it has a big upgrade over my iPhone, and my iPhone did pretty much fine with games. But I'm pretty sure my iPhone only had 2 gigabytes of RAM memory, and I think this has 8, right, or something like that. Asus Zenfone V Live. The Asus. Oh yeah, Asus, the computer maker. I just read it as Asus. Asus Zenfone VTube. Oh, okay. 6 makes more sense too. Blue Life 1 X2. I thought it was funny when I saw I was looking for phones and I was shocked that Motorola was one of the biggest producers of phones, because I'm I do, or it was one of the biggest names that they wanted me to choose from, because I'm I do not know what kind of smartphone Motorola currently is making. I couldn't tell you any Motorola smartphone. I pretty much just know Samsung Galaxy, iPhone, and Google Pixel. I probably only recently really learned about Google Pixel and also saw that as some kind of wacky phone. So all of these Galaxy iPhone things are mind-blowing to me. Which is funny because when I started having a phone, there was a great diversity of cell phones right before the iPhone takeover. Honestly, probably 2 or 3 years before the iPhone apocalypse, which is funny to look back on. There was the NV3. I don't know who made that. The NV3 was one of the big flip phones. The NV series was really a nice flip phone a bunch of my friends had. I had a Motorola one. It was this tiny little thing you pushed up and had a little clicky board. But there was just a great diversity of different brands that seemed I figured they all went under or something after the iPhone happened. Because after that it was there was the original Droid. Right, because it was just called the Droid, I think. The first thing to run Android, I think, was just called Droid. I don't remember who made it, but I feel it was just the iPhone, the Droid, and oh what, you still have a flip phone for 2011 onwards. Yes! Well, actually, let me search NV3 phone. Oh, no, this is too real. No, it's just, these are iPhones. LG NV3, let me search that. LG NV3. You probably did have an NV3. Yup. Let's see. How do you flip? Yep, I remember it opening outwards like this. You know, I don't know if it goes down. It's got its own... let me post this in here. It's got its own keyboard on the front, so I don't think it slid down. This is what I'm thinking of. This is what a bunch of my friends had. I had. Wait, what's this? This isn't what this used to look like. Oh wait, they're still making this thing. Well, I need your 2011 model, or 2010 even, 2009. Wait, no. This isn't what this was. I need that stupid little shape back. Where's my phone? Motorola Razr 2009. No, what? This is not my beautiful cell phone. Motorola Rival? What was it? I'm pretty sure it was a Razr. Oh my god. The Motorola Rival! This is exactly what it was. Oh my god. This was my first cell phone. Same colors. Oh, did Motorola make the first droids? The Envy! The NV3! Yeah, this is what me and my friends had. This is what we learned how to text on. There was also another phone that my sister and I split. Like a literal flip phone. It was a little bit older. I don't remember anything about that one. I love it. I remember that basic wallpaper. The Pantac Jest. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is, I think I remember this one. Yes, yeah, the round one. Pretty. Let's see, there's one. Huh. It looks like the AT&T one is significantly different from the Verizon one. Or maybe these are two different, like, models from different years. I remember this extremely round phone. I like how big its screen was. I miss these tiny little keyboards. These tiny little keyboards. Oh, maybe that's why I remember it. Although he may have already had like a Windows smartphone when I met him. The Pantac Jest is so funny. I love that round ass shape. I remember it so well. I'm waiting for this YouTube pop-up to go away. It's saying that I don't have enough, like, bandwidth or something, but I know that I do. I just wanted to get this out of my face. Maybe I'll just give myself the chat pop-out and go on my way. I'll look at my Tumblr or something. I'm leaving. Yeah, pop-out chat. I'm just gonna like look at a picture of Kirby on my Tumblr instead of looking at the viewer count. Oh my god, if you scroll up in the chat, I provided a link to fan art that I think you should both look at. I wanted everyone to look at it so we could discuss it. It's a redesign of all of the Hoenn starter families as the other starter types that they could have been. And it is really, really warm. It is very warm, oh my god. I posted it before anybody started chatting. Oh no, it's not there. Maybe they don't like when I post links. Let me get this. Let me link this. Yeah, give me that link. Yeah. Here we go. Take a look at this. I love it. I love it so much. I love the little wings on the little water Torchic. I love its little white, dot in between its eyes. Oh my god, Scumbuskin has the same little dot. Oh, the grass Torchic is perched like such a bird, such a birdie. Grass Blaziken has little flowers growing off its hair. Good lord, I love this. Caramels? I feel like I have seen Caramels do other art. Thank you, Caramels. Look at that little curled up water Trico. Look at it. Oh my god. They did a good job expressing the reptile-ness of especially water, Gravile, and Sceptile. I like the Vaporeon spine that they have. Yeah. I love the color of Blaziken's fur. I'm actually getting my hair bleached today. I've been waiting a really, really, really long time. I'm finally getting my roots bleached by someone who thinks she can handle all of these roots without like breaking off the rest of my blonde hair. So I'm gonna go back to having that hair color, which is my favorite hair color to have after all of COVID. All of COVID, my roots have been growing. I am half and half colored, but yeah, I want to go back to that color. I want to be like Grass Blaziken again. Oh my god, it's really, it's the Mudkips. It's the Fire Mudkip and then the Grass Mudkip at the bottom that sold me. Like, the artist just managed to get so much cuteness coming through them. I love just like the paws splayed out pose on the Mudkip. The whole fire fins! The fire fins are really good. Little wisps of fire around the marsh dump. Return of the Blonde. That's exciting. Get your noodle back. It looks like there's still color though from last time I saw a selfie, unless I was imagining the color on you. Look at them eating berries, the grass stomp line. Their leaf fins with the little round parts taken out of them. Leaf mustachios. It seems like the middle evolution is almost always like sprawled out, or like the bottom part of their body is always missing. They're kind of just the concepts. Both the Combustions, both the Marshtomps. Gravile is pretty well defined, but both the Combustions and Marshtomps are like half drawn. I think the final and first evolutions kind of express the most though, so it's understandable. Like they're always just kind of midpoints, so it's understandable. A baby amount of the purple. Oh, so now it's basically just hair colored. Alright, now it's designated nerd hour. So what have you two been doing as nerds? Have you been playing video games? I spent the last week and a half not playing video games, except for Disgaea Rpg on my cell phone. But after traveling around to do things, to not be in my apartment doing classes, my wrists are getting a lot better. All my tendons are getting a lot better. So I started playing Kirby Mass Attack, which is a touchscreen Kirby spin-off with just the stylus. And my wrist started to hurt yesterday because I was doing a lot of writing and that, but my tendons are pretty much fine. I'm gonna rest them more today. I'm really busy today, but I'm just going to my haircut, watching a movie in Japanese, and doing this. So technically, I can go most of the day without using my arms. So I'll be back on that Mass Attack grind tomorrow with my little touch pen. You're approaching 100 hours of Hollow Knight, Juno. I can't believe this is all one file, if it is. Like, this is such a... You've poured so much love into this file. Yeah! I love Disgaea Rpg. I don't know if either of you have seen the Dungeon Train episode of Adventure Time, but I've been starting to see Adventure Time from watching... Well, Liz has been showing me. And the Dungeon Train is like, this train shows up and Finn is like, I want to go on that train and explore. And Jake is like, nah, man, we were supposed to go to this little pond where I wanted to go hang out. And he's like, come on, man, let's go on the Dungeon Train. And it's like a giant video game train once you get inside of it. Like, it's endless and has like these generated like enemies for you to fight, and you can fight them and get like experience and stuff. And they do like 5 train rooms. And Jake's like, I want to go to the pond. And Finn's like, come on, man, there's the boss is there. I gotta fight the boss and get some more stuff. And so Finn gets addicted to the Dungeon Train, which is explicitly like a JRPG video game thing where he's like killing things for experience and getting equipment and stuff. And he's just completely hooked. It's one of multiple episodes of Finn getting hooked on something that Liz showed me yesterday. But it is like... I think so. The whole thing is like he's addicted, and Jake has to like make him leave this dungeon RPG grind that he clearly would just do for eternity if it weren't for him. And oh my god, we've been trying to watch all of Adventure Time, but we've just been watching so much animation that we've only seen like a season and a half. God, I'm so happy you also just watched Adventure Time. It's been so fun to watch, having never watched any of it. But it just seems like it was so aggressively like, this is clearly what RPGs want to be. Like, you do a thing, you're like, this is great, and you get a little stronger, and you just, invest in yourself and get these like level ups and stuff, and you're just addicted to that cycle. But I think Disgaea is the most transparently Dungeon Train game of any game, and I think I trust it more because of that. Because there's games where it's like, come on, don't you want to do the next gym? Come on, don't you want to do 3 gyms? Come on, don't you want to evolve your Pokemon? But this guy is like, nah, dude, we're gonna make the most addicting game possible. transparently. So I think for every 100 hours I spend doing nothing but getting EXP and making my characters stronger in this extremely addictive series, I'm going to watch Dungeon Train to ground myself. I am blown away by how much Disgaea Rpg is explicitly just watching your units fight and seeing them level up. Like, there's so little time in the menus compared to mainline, and there's so little, like, anything else going on. It is explicitly, it's almost like a cookie clicker. There's, like, no distractions, like, no events to get concerned about as far as I can tell. It is just, like, pretty much reading tiny bits of story, doing tiny bits of team preparation, and then watching your units get stronger. Like, it is 100% grind. It is pure, unfiltered grind. I love it so much. Come on, man. Get off the dungeon train. This one's only 60 hours. That is still a beefy Hollow Knight file. Are you working your way towards, like, the true final boss or something now? I think I kind of have had everything spoiled, so, you can be vague, but I'll still understand. I actually just bailed on the first half of Skyward Sword. I loved it. It was so much fun. But I realized, like, I really wanted to get it done before, like, I got a whole bunch of other games going. And I know that I'm going to play it when it comes out on Switch. So I think I've decided that I'm going to just stop this game that I'm playing, because I put in so much effort already for 20 hours. And I just totally want to do the next 20 hours knowing I'm going to do it again this summer. So I put a pause on that, which has freed up a whole bunch of time. Or I put a stop to that, honestly. It was super fun. Very few problems with the game. Amazing Zelda game, but I just, I still have to finish my Fire Emblem Fates game, which has been wicked hard to finish. Like, very, very difficult on this difficulty. Very fulfilling, but very difficult, so I freed myself up from that. So I'm wondering about what games I want to play. I basically spent the whole fall trying to hold off on starting a second Hollow Knight. Then I spent the whole winter doing it. And I'm like, once the warm weather gets here, then I'll do it. And March or April would have been awesome for Hollow Knight, but I was just so busy. I just didn't play it, so now that summer's starting, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If I play enough Kirby games, I may end up wanting to. Just because that puts me in the mood. But I don't know if I'm gonna play Hollow Knight again this year. I probably will. I mean, I'm probably gonna have time this summer. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Is that like the final boss? It's too much damage. I love Hollow Knight. I love that to play Hollow Knight last year. I think I played up to Green Path previewing. Then I did the Let's Play up to the Wings. Then I did my own game up to the Not True End. I feel like there's a fourth time that I did the Forgotten Crossroads and stuff. Oh, fuck, I love that game. Fuck. My little plushie's nail is right here, with a nail still magnetized to it. I'm holding the nail now. Maybe you're gonna make me play it. Part of what I'm thinking is, I may end up, if I want to play just a little bit of Hollow Knight this year, maybe I'll finish my Let's Play and do some stuff new, some stuff not new. Like, Deep Nest would not be new, none of the masks would be new, but if I did the bug hunt very aggressively, which may, grinding for the grubs may not be the best Let's Play material, but there would be a combination of, I know what I'm doing, and then also finding new things, like the White Palace would be completely new, if I did the Let's Play before replaying, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I want to have done the true ending and probably the DLC before I do my own finishing Season 2 of the Let's Play. The thing is, it seems like I'm going to have a lot of free time in August. I don't know for sure, but it seems like I'm going to have a lot of free time in August. I think I'm going to get a new apartment. I'm aiming for July. So if I move in July, and if I don't have any roommates around to distract me, I think, I might just end up recording Hollow Knight. Yeah, I I thought I was gonna mess around in 100% my file that I beat, but I didn't I kind of lost my desire. I found the hive and I found the collector, and that was fun. But after that, I remember I was just like, I don't want to get all these grubs. I'm gonna do it another day. I'm very much about coming back for more playthroughs with Hollow Knight. I'm very much about like, how does this playthrough feed the next playthrough? Which is kind of how I feel about Skyward Sword. I know stopping now means I'm going to have familiarity with the first half, but still the hype of it being new on Switch to get through the second half. That's also how I got through Ocarina of Time. I played the first half, and then I'm like, not now. And then I came back later, and the first half wasn't tiring, but it was motivating, and then I powered through the second half. So I've had a few good games where I save a bunch of stuff for my second or third run. So, yeah, the collector and the, I've done the collector, but collecting like 100% of the bugs. I got most of the spirits while I was wandering around, but not all of them. Trader Lord is a mystery to me. The arena I've barely done. I did most of it. I did a lot of it, but there's still a lot left to explore, which I like. Also, like 100% of the DLC I'm missing. But I honestly think, honestly, it feels like one of those things where Hollow Knight is so based on you being good at Hollow Knight. Like, Mass Attack, I've been thinking, has been a game where I bet I'm going to have a lot of fun on replays just from getting better at playing Mass Attack, because it's kind of a weird little game. Hollow Knight, I think coming back and doing Hollow Knight again, just replaying all the bosses, I'll probably be in a much better place to beat more bosses, you know, because the skill cap goes so high with some of like the replay bosses. So I think replaying means I'll be more prepared for beating a lot of those hard super bosses, and then I'll stop when it gets too hard and then I'll probably explore all over again and get even stronger, and then beat even more super bosses, and then probably get stopped by some more of the super bosses because they're so super. Juno goes all the way to the true final boss, 100%'s it, gives up, comes back later, does it all again, beats the true final boss. I like to pour a lot into my files of RPGs and replay my action games many times. That's kind of how I've arrived. Yes! I don't know, have you watched me fight the Soul Master in Season 1? Yeah. Soul Master Season 1 took me... Well, Soul Sanctum Season 1 took me from episodes 11 through 15. It took 5 episodes. 14 and 15 are me fighting the Soul Master. I beat the entire Soul Sanctum without dying the second time that I played it. I finished the whole thing in 20 minutes with no deaths, including Soul Master. So I can speak very strongly to coming back to Hollow Knight and just like, it's so much easier. It's an awesome game. It's awesome learning it. God, see, Breath of the Wild is calling me. I may have to choose between Breath of the Wild. It's okay. It'll always be there for you to watch it. I may have to choose between Botwa and Hollow Knight this summer. I may pick one. I may want to explore, because I don't really have a good like exploration game lined up. At least not till Deep Summer with Skyward Sword, but Skyward Sword does not scratch the same itch. What? What do you mean? There's also a non-zero possibility that I play like Ocarina of Time again. Or maybe I'll finish my randomizer. I'm feeling such a calling to like all of my summary exploring games right now. Yes! Yep. Yes. I think it was because it was a mere couple of days after I finished the Let's Play, so I was at hyper awareness. I wouldn't lie to you. I just remembered everything so well, and I deked out all of the weird little spitty magic bugs, and I literally beat Soulmaster on my first try because I was so in the zone. I mean, I don't know if you can attest to this, either of you, but I feel like oftentimes the first time I fight a boss fight, I do the best because my nerves are most, like, alert. After I start to get beat up by the boss, I start to just perform worse because I'm almost, like, expecting to perform worse. I think I genuinely beat it while I was in, like, Super Saiyan, I'm gonna do this right first time mode, and I did not die after spending literally 3 hours or so, or 2.5 hours on the Soul Sanctum segment in the Let's Play. It is one of my greatest triumph stories because it is the saddest and hardest sequence. Oh my god, yeah, no, that's a brutal segment. Good morning, Noreen! Ohayo gozaimasu! I'm really sorry I didn't say anything last night. I was planning on this, and then I woke up to my alarm, and then realized that I didn't tell anybody about this, so don't feel bad. I feel regret for not saying anything sooner. Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. You were talking about Hollow Knight and video games. We are at the nerd hour. I was saying I'm thinking of, well, honestly, I've got games. I've got games lined up for this summer. I want to play. You dreamed about it, and you're like, man, I should really wake up and go do it. I want to play video games, you know. I want to play Mario 64. I really want to play Mario 64 soon. I might not like it. I hope that I like it. If I like it, I want to play Mario 64 soon. I just have been loving 3D Mario so much. I might still play Mario Sunshine this summer, but these games are just not the time sinks that exploration games are. Like, I'm going to play Disgaea 5 a lot. I'm going to play Disgaea 6 a lot. But, exploration games, I don't really have one lined up. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm gonna play Skyward Sword a whole lot, but it just, I love the game, but it doesn't quite scratch the same itch as Breath of the Wild or Hollow Knight would, so I genuinely may adopt a late spring Hollow Knight or a late spring Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I love video games. Maybe I'll just play Link to the Past. I wanted to play that. Maybe I'll play it a bunch of times. But no matter how much I play it, it's really not going to be the same investment and payout as another Hollow Knight file or Breath of the Wild. The thing is, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in 2 years now. And when I played it, I hadn't played any Zeldas. Now I've played almost every Zelda. So it's going to be very special when I go back. I don't know. I remember Skyward Sword made me kind of want to play it more while I was playing it, but do I want to actually play it, or do I just want to play Skyward Sword? I don't know. It's okay to space out. I'm just talking to myself now. Part of me wants to recommend Disgaea Rpg to you, Noreen, just because I like doing things with you, but part of me doesn't want to horrify you. It's more than enough fun playing it with Natalie and Liz. It is such a horrific little game. I love it. Just in terms of, like, the goofy value, like the goofy nonsense of the script and everything, and like the crazy sexy characters and stuff, but also just like, I think one of the funniest parts of Disgaea is the mechanics. And just like, come on dude, we gotta get to level 9,000. Like, I genuinely think the humor goes straight down to the gameplay. Even though it's just like a number crunching game, like the humor goes straight down to like the reincarnation system and stuff. Like, come on dude, get to level 200. Do it again. Like, it is the silliest little game. But yeah, in summary for Nerd Hour, my arms are still resting, so I haven't been playing many video games. But now that it's spring, I want to play a Juno game. I want to play Breath of the Wild or Hollow Knight. You know nothing about it besides vengeance. The penguin does have the keys to Muse. Dude, I think I lost something. I think I lost the keys to Love Live Seasons 1, 2 in the movie. Do we need those? I don't know why Nippon Ichi Software. I mean, they have a collection of anime that they've licensed, but I can't believe they had any hold on Love Live. That is pure silly to me. Take them out of the Britney Vault. Take them out. Let me look at my backloggery. Oh my god, they are. Oh my god, yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny how attached you've gotten to these two adventuring games, because I'm like, Juno, you might like Metroid. Yes, there's no sword in Metroid, but like Metroid really defined a lot of the exploration genres. Like Hollow Knight's a Metroidvania. You could play Super Metroid. I know you mentioned trying a 2D Metroid and not liking it, but I don't know which one it was. Like, was it Super Metroid? So you can play Super Metroid on your SNES emulator, and that is definitely, from what I can tell, much easier to get into than like Metroid 1. I've tried Metroid 1 more than a few times, as a very crunchy game, but Super Metroid, you might love it. You might get to play with Samus. I insist on you so much. Once Metroid Prime 4 comes out, or if they port the trilogy, I'm going to push it into your hands. It's shooting and exploration. It's a first-person shooter, but it's an exploration game. I know you're going to love them. I know you're going to play Samus games. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it's like the same gameplay but without a sword. But like seriously, if you've tried Metroid 1 and failed, don't try it again. Like that game is, I don't know. I made a video about it. It's so crunchy. It's so sad. It feels like an old man's little radio. Like, this radio is from 1983, and the radio sounds like, and he's like, it's so nostalgic. See, I'm not very into the visuals of Castlevania, but I think I might go crazy about the exploration and the music, because every single time I look at Dracia's Soul, which is the final boss music of Kirby Canvas Curse, people are like, LMAO, the Castlevania jumped out, and I'm like, that's one of my favorite songs ever. So I should probably listen to Castlevania music, because I really do like Metroidvania stuff. But I don't know, I've never played it because I haven't connected with the visual style yet. The question is whether I would connect with the gameplay itself. Like, if I could connect with the gameplay and the music, regardless of the visual style, I might go crazy with that series. But one series I wanted to bring up today is Shantae, because I don't know a ton about it, but I have done my homework a few times to get to know the series, and I know that there's a good exploration element to the first two games. I think that the third one is a really good game people love, but I don't think it has quite the same exploration elements. I'm sure it does, but not quite the same, like Metroid-ish almost stuff that the old ones had. And I think the new one may have gone back to having more of a Metroid style, and the visual style is just really great. I love it. If you've never seen it, Shantae is super cute. Wait, Monster Girls? Monster Girls in Castlevania? There might be Monster Girls in Shantae too while I'm selling it, but I don't know. Music's really cool, the vibe's very cool, lots of girls. And they just put the first one on Switch, so apparently they've been sneaking ports on for so long. Now the whole series is on Switch, so that's definitely going back on my list of things to try because I like this genre, and it seems like a good place to go. So if I can branch out of my comfort zone with that, I may take one further step to Castlevania someday. I used to follow somebody who would just play randomizers of Ocarina of Time, and I think not Aria of Sorrow, but Symphony of the Night. Yeah, Symphony of the Night. She would just play randomizers of Symphony of the Night and Ocarina of Time, and like no other video games, and that just cemented for me like the feeling of playing Ocarina of Time randomizers. Like, I don't know, she made it look so fun. I think because Botwa and Hollow Knight are so somber and so deep, I have to pick one. I don't think I would play both this summer, so I'll keep you posted if I end up giving in to either temptation. This brings us to the end of our hour, though. I gotta go watch Spirited Away in class now. Oh, the humanity. Have good mornings. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna peace out pretty soon. I need water. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, definitely worse. Common system's oppressing you too. Yes, enjoy. We talk about phones. See you.